Hello everyone. Right, we're going to make an Easter card today. Are we ready to play? Yes, of course we are. Okay, the die I'm using is from Craftaddictionuk UK, and it's this forest die here, and it cuts out this shape here. And what I've done is I've cut it out in white, excuse me, and then I've put a sheet of acetate over. I've just cut out the acetate shape and put that on with red tape, and then I've done an extra one with this outer, which cuts the outer, so you get both of them, which is great. And that's going to be my image to work on for underneath it, like that. Then I'm going to put some little gems inside as a shaker card. So that popping this to one side for now. Now what I did was I also cut out another one in white, and I did it on watercolour card, and I'll show you what I did to get this nice like sort of a woodland colour to it. Let me put that die to one side. By the way, with this die you get rabbits and you get butterfly shapes as well. I'll put a link in if you want it, but I want to show you how I got this effect. And all I did was I got my my watercolour brushes, and I just sort of splashed up and down like this with it, all different shades of brown, like that. Like that. Bit of water on, and then just go up and down with your brush like that. And as you can see, that gives you those different colours on there. Now when that's dried, let me just dry that off. When you dry that off, you just go down with the darker, sort of do the wood grains like this, and remember to do it wide enough. I mean, this is just a sample piece of watercolour card. And again, go down with your brush that's already wet and blend it in like that. Just blend it all in. Like that. And even if you think, oh, that looks a bit odd, let it dry off, or dry it off with your heat gun, and then when you have got this part, all you do is you just cut out, or yeah, go through it with your die, of course, first, silly me. Go through it with your die first, and then it will come out, and you just cut around to get that inner part out of it, like that. And then of course those can be glued on to there, like that, right inside, and it'll look like you've coloured them, but it's an easy way to do it. And I mean, you could do it on it when you've done it, but it's very easy sometimes to splash outside the circle. So that's the way I've done it anyway. So if you've got this die, it's up to you how you do it. But let's work on the image that's going to go in the background here. And I want to do a lovely, because it's an Easter card, I want it to look, you know, very spring-like. And I'm going to use my lovely landscape here. And if you keep getting your template out like this, you'll know where to place things. So that's nice that I'm getting sort of a meadow here, and this is in the background. So I want to do the sky, and I'm popping a little circle there for the sun. And I'm going to use my Distress Oxide tumbled glass. Just going to hold that down. because the sun's coming up over the hills there in the meadow. Like that. Just leaving some little bits for clouds. So go stronger in one, you know, go stronger in some places and lighter in others. And that leaves you with your sun in there. So I'm just going to get some mustard seed. I'm just going to go around there. Like that. That's the sun. And then a little bit of spiced marmalade. Just for the outside of it. Like that. So it's shining out. And you see, lovely warm sunshine. Oh, we can't wait for warm sunshine to come, can we? Gosh. It's been difficult times, hasn't it? Okay, so we've got that. And now I'm going to use a bit of mowed lawn for the grass. I don't want it too dark, but I don't want it sort of the bundle sage sort of light green. And what I'll do is I'll do an extra line here. Take that up to the edge there. And then just lightly with what I've got left on my brush. Just fill in that edge there. And even now, you can see that nice sort of the meadow, can't you? Lovely jubbly. Okay. Right, I'm going to get my Rustic Wilderness and my finger dauber, because this is slightly darker. I'm just going to get that back up again, get rid of that green off it, like that. And I'm just going to flick up, because that sort of shows the grass standing up on the edge. And it's not flat, because you always get those tufts of grass, don't you? Like that. And the same on here. And can you see how it's just brought that out, hasn't it? So that's mowed lawn, Rustic Wilderness. So now we're going to do a little bit of stamping. And I want to do a couple of little trees in the background. So I'll get that back again on there. Bring that down a little bit. And I'm going to use the the Lavinia trees. This set, small pine trees, and I'm just going to get that middle one there. Just pop that at the side because it's going to be behind. Again, get your template. Be careful with your fingers that you've not got ink on. That you're going to have something behind like that. And I'm going to get my Shady Lane. And I just want it down a little bit, like that. And then with second generation, just in the background, like that. That's nice, that, doesn't it? And the same at the other side. Let's get that back up there. Remember to leave just a little bit of a gap because of the thickness. Have that a little bit further up like that. Just nicely on the hill there. There we are. And again, second generation behind. Just a little bit lower down. There we are. That's lovely, isn't it? Wipe my stamp. Like that. Yeah. Then I've got the slender mushroom minis here, and I just thought I'd pop these. Oops. Sort of coming up behind there. So again, I'm going to get this here, like that, and get these little mushrooms coming up here. Now let's check my fingers. Once it's on, yeah, should be able to see them behind there. Always just double check. And I'm going to get a brown. And I'll use Fallen Leaves. That's not stuck, has it? Sometimes when you get a bit of glitter on the back, you know, it stops it sticking. We'll do it. Don't worry, we'll do it. So nice little mushrooms behind there like that. That's a nice little scene, isn't it? Okay. And then we're going to get Pippin. Pippin here. Pippin's been a naughty boy this morning. He got lost in my box. And I thought I'd put it in my packet that has all my animals in. But no, not Pippin. He was off out playing. Wasn't me, honest. So we're going to have him looking up at the sunshine that's just rising up there. And if you get your template again for your top, you get your top bit, you know exactly where he's going to be, right in the middle there. So that's cute, isn't it? Let's pop in there. And again, I'm going to use this fallen leaves. Because fallen leaves is a nice dark one, but it's not too black. So yeah, it's nice that. Right, Pippin, go back in your bag and go with the other animals. And I'm going to use the birds from Lavinia as well for the sky. So it's a beautiful, beautiful early spring day, and the birds are flying over there. Pippin's watching the birds, isn't he? Thinking, I wonder what it's like to fly. Oh, lovely. I've had these birds, I've had them, I think when I very first started, a good few years ago when Lavinia did them, and I've used them such a lot in my artwork. Just getting a rag to clean my fingers. Because can you see the amount of things that comes off your fingers? You don't realise just what is on there. So, okay. Let's pop that down there. And I'm going to use my Posca. Make sure I've got that one on there later. And the sun is just reflecting on Pippin there. And on the trees as well. And you see, the sun is reflecting on the morning dew. And on the mushrooms as well. These little mushrooms. Like that. Nice, isn't it? Okay. And now I want to glue those trees onto the top of my topper. What you can do is, if you've got something like this, you can get the double-sided sheets, glue sheets, and when you put it through your machine, it just lifts off and it'll stick behind. I do like to use glue because I feel it's more movable, shiftable, whatever you want to call it. Down this side. There we are. And just make sure it lines up. And don't worry if you've got a little bit of a drop shadow of white. It all adds to the ambience of this, as they say. But I can move this now. sure there's no glue on there. Let's go over with my wet wipe. Or like I say, you can leave it white. Either way it looks nice. Just let me put some more glue under there. I just wanted a bit of a tree colour look to it this time. Yes, there we have it. Maybe a little bit of glue under that one. I should use my fine one really. In my gun. Make sure that's clean. Because once it's on, isn't it? Give it a good wipe. There we are. So once that's on there, that will be the image inside. It's lovely, isn't it? And I got some of these from the range. I'm in the UK, but I don't know. You can go on places like Temu, and you can get these for crafting gems. These are little tiny ones. I think they do like nail art gems, that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift some of this, lift this red tape off, because once this is down, it's down. So that's the red tape off, and I'm just going to pop some lovely of the green ones in here. They're a sort of lime green as well, and a yellow. And that would be nice. And then I'm going to place this down right at the bottom and make sure that's lined up, because red tape is permanent for sure. It's a little bit of ink. Isn't on my fingers. And don't worry if you've got a little edge like this. We're just going to get the scissors. You see that? I'll just take that edge off where I've not quite lined it, but the rest has. So don't worry about it if you don't quite line it up. Now, I've got a 7x7 card. That's dropped on the floor. A 7x7 card. And this is a sort of a gunmetal grey that I've had in my stash for a while. I've none of it left now. It was when Create and Craft was going, and I got it off there. I don't know if any of you remember Dalton Manor on Create and Craft. This is just an incredible cardstock. And lovely. But I'm running out of that now. I haven't found anybody that's actually brought anything out like it, like they did. And then this paper's got the trees on. Yes, that way up. And it was from, I don't know if Sarah at Funky Fossils got any of these left. I'll have a look for you, and if she has, I'll put a link. But it was called Mellow Moments. And they were lovely, lovely papers, the lovely papers. I got a couple of books that I've, at the time. And I didn't know whether to use green or the yellow. But I thought the yellow was nice and bright and sort of bring out the sun on that, like that. Or the green, which is a little bit more toned down. I think I like the yellow. So I'm going to be bold and stick it on. That, and then this we can put on foam pads, or we can glue it right down. But do you know what, I think I'll glue it down. Remember to stamp inside your card, which I haven't done with this one yet, so with a Happy Easter or whatever you want to put in. I'll put that in there like that. And see if that sits, behaves itself and sits down. Isn't it? I love a shaker card. One thing I did forget to do before I put it down, and that was to put some anti-static. If you've got an anti-static sachet like this, just anti-static it inside and they won't stick. Especially if you're using glitter, that will stick without the anti-static on. And in the set that you get from Craftaddictionuk with this die set, you get the butterflies, and I had some really sparkly gold glitter paper, and I'm going to pop that on there. I just felt leaving this white helped to make it pop a little bit, and it didn't get, unless you're just doing it on white card as a backing paper, that'd be different. But that's lovely, isn't it? And I've got an Easter die that I got. I think I got it on off eBay or one of those places. And that's going to go at the bottom there. And there we have it. A gorgeous little Easter card. Do you like that? I hope you do. And if you do, give us a thumbs up. And feel free to share with your friends. And thank you so much for all of your support during 2024. And I want to wish you all a very, very happy New Year 2025. See you soon. Bye-bye.